The International Court of Justice ruled that Israel's actions in Gaza could plausibly amount to genocide. The ICJ ordered several injunctions on Israel, but stopped short of ordering a ceasefire in Gaza. The ICJ announced it had ordered several limitations on how Tel Aviv should wage war in Gaza, including that Israel punish soldiers who commit war crimes and allow more aid into the besieged Strip. Whilst the ICJ was not expected to rule if the actions of Israeli politicians and military amount to genocide, still, the court deemed South Africa's claims that Israel was committing genocide in Gaza have sufficient merit to move forward. The ICJ judges voted on the decisions 15-2. While Tel Aviv has said that it will ignore the ECJ ruling and Washington has routinely dismissed South Africa's genocide argument as meritless, the ruling will likely do significant damage to Israel's reputation around the world. Amid Israel's slaughter in Gaza, US and Israeli officials met in Washington to discuss the advancement of major weapons deals that will arm Israel with dozens of fighter jets, Apache helicopters, and munitions. One of the deals includes a new squadron of 25 F-35 fighter jets and is worth $3 billion. Israel also intends to procure a squadron of 25 F-15 fighter jets and a squadron of 12 Apache helicopters. The Israeli Defense Ministry Director General met with senior State Department and Pentagon officials to discuss the fighter jets and helicopters. The delivery of the fighter jets and helicopters will take a few years. The Israeli Director General also discussed the continued US supply of bombs and other types of munitions to support the Israeli onslaught in Gaza. The US has delivered over 10,000 tons of weapons to Israel since October 7th, demonstrating the strong US support for Israel's campaign, which has mostly killed women and children. General Sir Patrick Sanders, the head of the British Army, has said Britain should train a citizen army ready to fight a land war in the future. He highlighted the threat from Russia and pointed to steps being taken by other European nations to put their populations on a war footing. In a speech at an armored vehicle conference, Sir Patrick was not making an argument for conscription, where men of fighting age are required to enlist in the military, but rather laying the foundations for a voluntary call-up if war broke out. He talked about the need for the UK's pre-war generation to prepare for the possibility of war and said that was a whole-of-nation undertaking. With Russia's invasion of Ukraine having no end in sight, many have now concluded war with Russia in the long run is inevitable. Since the end of the Cold War, Britain has made large cuts to its military budget and the size of its army. Britain's economic challenges meant it could not field a large army. The debacle of the Iraq and Afghan wars has seen Britain's army reduced to a mere 73,000 frontline troops, supported by 100,000 reserves. This is smaller than Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. It's unlikely Britain's armed forces, whatever its size, will be able to fight any war alone.